So that's going to be an olive oil off of trees that are 140 years old, and that's the cool thing is today.
And in your yard. So right now I'm connected to that. I'm like, I'm eating from your yard.
Yes, exactly.
Napa Valley. Just north of San Francisco, this mere 450 square mile plot is home to 43,000 acres of grapes. Over 2,000 wines are made here, most sourced from grapes grown on the area's 400 vineyards, which welcome 3.7 million visitors each year. The area is indeed rural farmland, with a 25-degree swing in average daily temperatures from the mountains to the valley. It's a climate ideal for producing a wide range of wines. Today, only 12% of wineries here have female winemakers. It also boasts 15 Michelin star restaurants, but none are currently led by women chefs. But women are rising in Napa. From the chef-driven excellence of Mustard's Grill, to the olive oil tasting experience at Grove 45, to Oprah's favorite English muffins at Model Bakery, to wines that deserve 100 points at Fantasca and Rare Cat, women have shaped the excellence of this region, and they're defining its future as a destination. Plus, places like Reams, California are worth a visit before and after your Napa experience. If you like wine, or even if you aren't drinking, there's something for every taste in Napa Valley. Listen, one need not drink alcohol to enjoy Napa. This area is all about the goods and the flavors that come from the soil. Take the humble olive. How many directions can it go? Olive oil, charcuterie, a dirty martini, focaccia? What about cake, ice cream, chocolates? The options are endless. Ana and Marcela Hernandez are the mother-daughter duo who own and operate Grove 45. It's surprising and amazingly delicious. When Ana relocated her family from Guatemala to Napa, where she first trained in culinary arts, the property they purchased was home to a grove of more than 5,000 olive trees, planted nearly 150 years ago by legendary winemaker Charles Krug. Today, the olives from that grove are the shining star of the Grove 45 experience. You must stop in and do an olive oil tasting, because you won't believe how full you'll be at the end of it. Perhaps you remember this tip from Samin Nasrat, and it's a credo at Grove 45. Olive oils do not age. They turn rancid, and they are best kept away from light and used within the first year. Aluminum packaging is a smart way to extend the longevity of the oil. I'm a sucker for olive oil and salt on top of ice cream. At Grove 45, the olive oil is the ice cream. And don't worry, there is wine too. Grove 45 has recently unveiled Museion Wines, named for the palace dedicated in Greek mythology to the Muses. It's a small wine business under expansion, and interestingly, designed with help from nearby Rare Cat wines.
I like to get started with a little palate cleanser, just in case you were doing some wine tasting or had a little something different to eat before you got here. So also, if you didn't have anything to eat, this is great for your stomach because we will be sipping olive oil straight today, so it'll help create a base for the taste. Okay. So we have a little bit of popcorn, and then I'll drizzle our signature olive oil over it. So one of the things we like to do here at Grove 45 is basically say olive oil is a good substitute or addition to anything. This is actually from Charles Valley, where the original grove is, which is about 15 minutes over the mountain. So it's still in Napa Valley, it's still in Napa Grove. This second one is the one that has the olives, because this is the second one we made.
Okay, so the second one is the one from those trees that were on the property when you moved here.
That we're dropping and looking.
That. So that's going to be an olive oil off of trees that are
140 years old, and that's the cool thing is
today. And in your yard. So right now I'm connected to that. I'm like, I'm eating from your yard.
Yes, exactly, totally. And during tomato season, the skewers that we make are from the tomatoes from my mom's garden, and same with the basil. So we put it in the palm of your hand like this, and then you put the other one over it, and you kind of cradle it so you're warming it up, and then you swirl it around. And so what you're doing here is warming up the oil so that the aromas, like you said, travel all the way to the top, and it really opens up, just like wine. It opens up and it travels to the top. So when you feel ridiculous enough, you can stop. Take a nice deep breath.
Oh yeah.
Smell the oil.
Oh yeah.
What aromas do you get?
I'm going back to the pepper.
Yes.
It's a lot of pepper.
Yes, like white pepper. Peppercorn. There's one that seems really obvious, but there's.
I'm getting a little bit of some citrus.
I'm getting like a straw, like a grass.
Absolutely, fresh cut grass. That's one of our main aromas.
Yeah.
Take a little sip coat your palate. So really let it stay in your palate for a little bit and then swallow. So that peppery feel, you're gonna feel it also in your throat. And that's the polyphenols, that's the health benefits. So actually it's the same chemical compound as in wasabi. That is a foolproof test to see if an olive oil is extra virgin. If you have some at home right now and it's not peppery, not extra virgin.
Do you said the same compounds as like found in ibuprofen?
Yeah.
So is this something like if you like have like muscle aches or something, like this
headaches?
can be?
Does it have a medicinal effect?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, I did not know this.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why olive oil, you know, in like Greek culture, is like the olive branch means so many different things. It's victory, it's peace, it's a sign of like wealth because it has so many different health benefits.
Wow.
It can be, there's the same, like it can be used as a perfume, a lotion, it can be edible, it can be decorative, like there's so many different uses for it. So
I'm already mind blown and we're one oil in.
I know. We haven't even arrived at the 140-year-old.
We haven't even arrived to your yard. We have not even gotten to your
even
yard
your
yet.
backyard yet.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So we have now, if we're ready for the second olive oil, you're tasting 100-year difference between olive oils. So this is 140 years old. This is the one I was talking about that was planted in the 1880s where we first started making olive oil. So we've had a lot more experience making this olive oil because we've been making it since we bought the property, about 2010. So we'll do the exact same thing. Yeah, you're on it.
It's really interesting too. So I put that one down after mixing it a couple of times, and then I picked this one up, and I'm like, dang, that's cold.
It is. It heats really fast.
Noticing the difference.
But
But you don't even know.
heat.
Like, you can hear it coming. You can feel it coming up from the
Totally.
cup of it.
Yeah.
So do the same exact thing. Smell this one. This one is it's Spanish and Italian varietals.
That's different.
What aromas and flavors are we getting with this one?
The salt is what I'm hooked on.
This one to me is a little more herbaceous, right? Like it's gonna
Yeah.
taste and smell like more darker greens, like an arugula.
Like when you're like at the farmer's market, you pick up like a fresh zucchini and you smell it, or an eggplant, like that. Not when it's been roasted or cooked, but just the fresh vegetable.
We have our 2023 rosé of Pinot Noir. So it's made from Pinot Noir grapes from Carneros.
Okay.
It's a small family-owned vineyard. Literally all the grapes go to making this Museion rosé, which is a brand that I started with my brother.
It is an incredible palate cleanser. Like it has the same effect as like a sorbet.
Super, exactly. We actually make a sorbet out of it too. Well, you'll try it today too. But it's our little palate cleanser. It's really easy. It's light. It's meant to be like, oh shoot, did I just drink the whole bottle? Effect.
That's the best kind.
Those are the best types of rosé.
Exactly. So this is our Italian noccellera. It's Italian and Spanish olive oils are so fun to taste next to each other because they are so different. And the color, you'll note too, the first one has a lot more of a green undertone versus the Spanish has more of a golden hue undertone.
Oh, and you can even see it better when you're further away.
Right.
Like I see so much more green in it.
All right, so we go in with this.
Yes,
and
please. So you dip the focaccia, so now it's time to have fun, right? But actually, the reason why you don't taste as much of the peppery, what happens is carbs wrap around polyphenols, which is where all the health benefits are and what gives it that peppery feel. They wrap around the polyphenol, and then you're still getting all the health benefits, but none of that peppery.
Not as much punch.
Not as much punch, exactly. Exactly.
which oil do you use to make the focaccia?
We use the first one, the original,
Yep.
the signature, because, well, you need it to pack a punch if you want to get any of that flavor in the bread.
Right. Okay, that is just. That's.
Oh my god.
Especially
It's also
in the valley.
incredible for the drink less movement.
100%.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, we are surprised how many people we get in here that are just like, we love Napa, but we don't drink when we come for the food. And this is an amazing way of still getting in that tasting culture in Napa, you know, that you want to go and do a tasting and taste something directly from the ground to your plate. So,
It's glorious. I have enjoyed actually not
yeah.
consuming as much. And so things like this, I love having these alternatives. And this also just plays more into the things that I actually do love, which is really the food.
And also,
so-
who wants to feel shit for 4 days on end?
Right.
I'm sorry. Let's
I
just
don't feel like shit when I wake
Exactly.
up after having a great meal.
no.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're actually moving to olive oil's best complement. So it's balsamic vinegar.
Oh,
Yes!
But I'm gonna go get you some tomato and basil and mozzarella skewers so we
my
can
God.
taste that.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
1 second, please. My favorite combination of those two is the first olive oil, so your Italian with the fig.
there is such a savoriness to the fig that I was not expecting.
Yeah, right? I mean,
Oh.
it's literally the exact same oil. Like for 17 years, they are the same exact thing. And then on the 17th year, a batch of Mission fig puree gets added to this one, and that's when they become different. But other than that, the process is the same.
Are you working with any chefs or anything locally and they're using your product?
Yes, yeah, we're working at Chichio's actually.
Okay.
So he uses our olive oil. Chef Jan is absolutely incredible, and he puts our olive oil, he says, on everything. So Chichio's is one of them. We also, at Brico in town here in Calistoga, it's an Italian restaurant. They have the bottles like this so
Okay.
that people can put olive oil and vinegar on top of their food.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, that's something that we're working on expanding a little more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is absolutely like the joy I'm feeling with this. And again, it is not alcohol. But
And
this
you're in
is-
Napa, but it's again fruit of the land.
It is absolutely gorgeous. It's the sorbet that matches this rosé.
Exactly.
So
I just don't know why I haven't read about this in like my Bon Appetit magazine. It's not sweet.
no, that is not a sweet sorbet.
It's
That's the palate cleanser.
I yes.
It's-
and also it's not what you expect. It's even less sweet than what you get at a restaurant.
Right.
It's more clean, and which makes sense because this is very heavy.
And it actually, you know, because I'm sitting here looking, I've got a glass of water, I've got that little bit of rosé left. You catch the rosé, but as it goes away, it's almost like you just had a nice fresh, like, bit of ice water in your mouth.
Yep, that's a perfect description.
This is an olive oil ice cream. It is made with the first one over here with a drizzle of sea salt to bring out the savory flavors in the oil. Olive oil cake made with this one because it's more like butter, right? So you want to have that density in it. A little bit of powdered sugar, and then we make a in-house caramel balsamic drizzle with the 18-year age.
I don't even know what to do with this.
Eat it.
Place this, and then you tell me which one you want to drizzle it with.
I'm gonna go the second one.
The second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am going to do the same because I am just so delighted that your mom and dad
I'm going to drizzle this.
move here and
I don't know. I just want
discover
to.
these trees, and this oil is from those trees.
Yeah,
And
I'm stuck on your backyard, so I mean, here we are.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
This is our olive oil and balsamic chocolate. So
You make chocolates too?
We don't make these in house, but our local chocolatier over here in downtown Calistoga, we send her our olive oil and balsamic, and she makes those. I recommend when you take a bite of it, take a bite like almost half of it so you can feel the olive oil in there. This is fig balsamic dark chocolate. Just some milk chocolate with the burst of olive oil.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
white
please.
chocolate first. Oh wow.
How do you even do this?
They have branched out in so many directions.
Yes.
Not bite or just the ice cream?
I had a bite of the cake and now I'm just having the ice cream.
Okay, because I just had a bite of just the ice cream, and it'll blow your mind.
I've already decided this is now my favorite ice cream.
Just the ice cream. I want to watch your face.
Yeah, please.
Lemony, briny, smooth.
Sometimes it doesn't even need a flavor profile. Sometimes
It
it
is
just needs to be
unlike-
delicious and let it be.
It's unlike any ice cream I've ever had in my life, and it is absolutely delicious. That's my favorite ice cream. Do you sell the ice cream in pints?
Yes. We do.
You, have you don't have an olive oil business. You have an empire. I'm looking at like everything you've got here. Everything. This is an empire.
You know, here's the thing, is like, we want to showcase to people that olive oil is not something that you want to find the cheapest at the store and just saute something with. It's something that you like can cook with, you can bake with, you can put in chocolate.
You've done it.
Put in your martini, you know, you can do absolutely anything and everything with olive oil.